Hey, how's it going everybody? It's me, ScottDog. Thank you very much for joining us. As you can see, we're back. We're playing some more Outer Worlds. We're going to head over to Gorgon. Gorgon, I think, is the... oh, hold on. Were we going to go somewhere else? I think we were going to go somewhere else. I feel like we had somewhere else to go. Byzantium... Traskers in Emerald Vale, Praviti Fancy Clothes in Byzantium, and then we got these two. So I think we're going to do this one first because we're the right level for it. Who the heck are we going to take to investigate with us? That is the question.
Please avoid damaging yourself or others while you are out.
I will do my best, certainly with some of that. Should we take these guys? These guys are our... You know what? No, I'm going to take Ellie instead of Nyoka. Okay. And we've got to take Parvati, right? She's just the best out of all of them. She is by far and away, she is the best. Okay.
Welcome to Ambrose Manor.
Thanks, buddy.
We were not expecting company. Please follow. Do not stray from the path.
I'm pretty sure you
Don't
invited
worry, little
us.
fella. We're mostly law-abiding folk.
What?
Oh no, we should check to see he's all right.
He told us to not stray from the path. Wow.
Training canned responses. How clumsy of this unit. These things have an old calamity.
Can you get yourself up, buddy? Hello? Can you help him?
June might like a casserole, right? Everyone likes a casserole.
Okay, it's getting a bit old now.
I don't really, but
It's getting a bit old now, Parvati. Come on.
no, cakes. Cakes I like. Gosh, I hope she likes them too.
Who the heck doesn't like cake?
I mean, what do you need? Captain? Mister? Sir?
You're not meant to help this thing? What's this thing over here? Do you reckon we're meant to come this way? I mean, he told us not to stray from the path, and the first thing we've done is, well, you know. Suit Tranquility Garden for Miss Olivia. Oil the fish for Mr. Harvey. Repeat. From Helmer's groundskeeper, I assume there'd be grounds to keep. Not even allowed inside the manor. Everyone told me the Ambrose family keeps to themselves. Bunch of hermits. So for a little one, I guess I ought to find a hobby. His keycard in the pond, I'll hold on to it in case he comes looking for it. But I won't go near the house. Okay. Interesting. We'll take that, thank you. Get the feeling that's going to come in handy. And we'll absolutely take the bypass shunt. Okay, I don't think there's anything else here, is there? This door is barred. Okay, let's get going.
Query. Are you upside
I
down?
really want to help him up. Why can't we help him up? Are you two ready for this? I'm guessing that's the Tranquility Garden.
Big empty windows. Feels like the building's watching me. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps.
At the very least, there ought to be something worth stealing in there.
Oh no. We're a common criminal with us. Is there anything else around here? No? Okay. I guess we should just run over the other side and have a little look as well, right? Just in case. These aren't real fish. heck is this? Bloody weirdos. What have I let myself in for? Okay. I'm just going to run around this way because I think I saw another chest over here. This one's locked. And I don't know whether to open it or not. I don't know if we can open it or not. Let's do it. It's going to take most of our shunts. Wrong button. Oh, come on. They knew exactly what they were doing. They absolutely knew what they were doing. Okay, well. Up we go. Just taking in our surroundings. Oh, what happened here? What happened here? And here? Right, you two.
Okay, maybe not.
It's so empty. Oh, Captain, something here don't feel right.
You should calm down. Okay, this is a little bit weird. Logs. Recent activities. User Wambros attempted to log into system. Final attempt locked 5 days ago. 3 of those. Routine maintenance logs. Activated dinner time protocol. Meal was woolly loaf. Dinner time protocol and dinner time protocol. Stock is spoiled. Please replenish. Woolly cow steak. Please replenish. Mock apples. Breen and Borst. Borst and beans. Sorry, 13 cans. That's enough. Don't need to worry about anything else, right? Okay. Can we talk to you? Hello? No? Let's talk to the janitor dude. No? You're no Sam, are you? Okay, I think we're going upstairs then.
Huh? Apparently not. For a drink, Mr. Whoever you are.
Hello.
So who the devil are you?
Alex Hawthorne, dashing space captain, smuggler, and free spirit.
You certainly paint a picture, and I'm certainly intrigued.
What is going on with your
You see
eyebrows?
that glowing chunk of space rock? That's Gorgon. My birthright, my burden, and the bane of my existence.
Okay.
I hate to drink alone, and this is my third. So join me in raising a glass to Gorgon.
We'll absolutely do that. Thank you. To Gorgon.
To Gorgon. May cosmic winds shepherd her to the nearest star. I'm Wilhelmina Ambrose, but you can keep it short and call me Minnie. Now, what brings you to my house, handsome? I take it you didn't come all this way for the beverages, the starry skies, or the pleasant company.
I'm here about a severed arm.
A severed arm? How positively ghoulish. You know this is a private residence, not a curio shop?
Uh-huh. Does the name Lucky Montana mean anything to you?
Lucky Montoya is my personal freelancer.
Oh, yeah, Montoya.
Fascinating man. Very brooding and theatrical. Always staring into space and twirling a bullet over his knuckles.
He's definitely not doing that anymore.
But if something happened to him...
Wow.
Oh dear. I suppose that makes him my former freelancer now?
Absolutely. That's exactly what he is. Sorry about your loss.
Thank you. But the people in my orbit come and go all the time. Occupational hazard. What a time for his luck to run out. We were in the middle of something grand, and I really can't afford another setback.
What were you two doing?
Settling an old score. How would you like to be my new freelancer?
Yeah, why not?
There's been a recent vacancy, and I think you're well suited to the job.
Well, absolutely, with the
Remember,
description I gave.
Play hard to get. That's negotiation.
Thanks, Ellie.
You offer work to everyone who breaks into your home? Must be some kind of Byzantine tradition I ain't know about.
I'm looking for someone rough around the edges. A gorgeous, dashing scoundrel type. Incidentally, someone good with their hands.
Gorgeous?
I like my employees well-groomed. Appearances are everything in high society.
I understand what you're saying. Have I got to have that done to my eyebrows as well? How likely am I to wind up your old
The
freelancer?
man lost an arm. What are the odds of that happening twice?
I guess that depends
Of
how he
course,
lost it.
Gorgon is a treacherous place, and my own family's involvement with it has been fraught. Allow me to lay out the facts, and you can decide for yourself if you want to be my chief investigator.
Thank you.
My mother, Dr. Olivia Ambrose, worked for Spacer's Choice at the Gorgon Research Facility. She was brilliant, the top scientist in her field, until tragedy struck.
Right. Then what happened?
One day, Spacer's Choice shut down all research and evacuated Gorgon. Everyone had to scramble or risk getting left behind. It was chaos. Employees fled for their lives. Mother never made it home. I'm told she wasn't the only casualty that fateful day.
It must have been real hard on you, losing your mother all of a sudden like that. I'm sorry to hear it, ma'am.
Thank you. Ambrose ladies are supposed to be resilient to the unexpected, but this was especially hard on me. Mother's name has since been dragged through the mud. Spacer's Choice blames her for the collapse of Project Gorgon, and I just know they're lying.
What do you need from me?
Whatever happened on Gorgon wasn't Mother's fault. I simply need the evidence to prove it. We're going to drag the truth kicking and screaming into the light. Even if it means bringing ruin and humiliation to Spacer's Choice. All the evidence I need should be in Mother's journal. You can find it in her office on Gorgon, in the heart of the old research facility.
Okay. If it helps you get some closure, I'll find the
You do all
journal.
that for me? I was hoping you'd take the job, but I didn't expect you to care.
I'm caring and gorgeous. Yeah, we'll go with that
I
one.
admire your enthusiasm. This manor has echoed with my own we, and I can feel you breathing new life into the walls. When you reach Gorgon, pack a weapon and trust.
Ennui.
Corporate lockdown.
What the heck's an
has stopped the
ennui?
wilderness from squirming in through the cracks.
Oh, be careful. You'll
There's
be
a
dead.
little saloon near Gorgon's landing pad, the Sprat Shack. Lucky was renting a room, so if you want to follow his trail, that would be the place to start.
I think I've heard of that place. Cheap whiskey, rough crowd. You'll love it.
Sounds
You
perfect.
think maybe they got a little mascot? Like a sprat in a tiny hat?
Let's hope so.
Just so we understand each other, money is no object. I'm willing to squander the family fortune if you get me what I want. Between your payment and any salvage you happen across, you'll walk away from this rich enough to buy a mansion of your own. How does that sound?
Is it on a place that's as dull as this?
The cash? No one's ever done this before, and the only person who tried is a corpse.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Believe me, that's enough. Here's your nav key, Captain. Safe travels.
Thanks very much. I'll be in touch.
A word of advice before you go, Captain. Trust no one.
We hear you.
Mother's office is in the heart of the Gorgon facility. You're free to salvage anything that isn't nailed down.
Okay, thank you.
I only want what's mine.
Mysterious heiress, unexpected gainful employment. It's like something out of a detective serial.
It's not theft if she's giving us permission.
Wow, we appear to have leveled up. Let's come and spend some points then. What were we leveling up before? Can't remember. I can never, ever remember. Let's put all 10 points in Intimidate. Why not? Thanks for that. Right, we're off. I'm glad I spent so long wandering around this place. I guess we should have a little look in the rest of these rooms, right? Look at these windows. Extendo site. Dearest mother and father, I've placed the halls of this gilded cage. I've paced the halls of this gilded cage long enough. Since you won't permit me to help the family business, I'm leaving to start a business of my own. Perhaps, but the risk you take when you fashion a daughter in your image. If I ever return, I'll be to reclaim my spot as the head of the family. What the heck is this? Look. That's not creepy at all. What the heck? Okay, let's go down the stairs. Was there a room I could open down here? Oh good, I'm in the kitchen. Oh, I'm also getting some drop frames. But weirdly only in the game, not in OBS. A little bit of lag spikes. Is there genuinely nothing in here? I got this keycard for no reason whatsoever. I take it back.
Got it? Oh my law. This is just like that episode of Virginia Yang, Girl Detective, where the old fella dies and his nurse inherits his house. What if we find a body?
Okay, thanks for that, Parvati. Personal terminal, Dr. Olivia Ambrose. Take these from the entries that Mother was severe with an editorial pen. This is but one version of her, carefully curated and not one I wanted to find. Wanting to give birth to a healthy child. It's a strange distinction to call her healthy, but after all I've endured to finally meet her, it matters. I'll call her Wilhelmina, after her late brother. I hope for many things, truthfully, that she's smart and shrewd, strong and relentless. I must find Minnie a wet nurse. She must be fed throughout the day and night, and I simply cannot get a single thing done. Nurse will need to be exceptionally smart, educated of means. Minnie must have the best start if she's going to survive the pit of vipers. A matter of governess. I can't watch a child constantly, not if I'm to do my work. Oops. I understand how anyone of ambition has time to keep a journal. Minnie's influence, no doubt. Her behaviour concerns me. She's clingy, emotional. At 5, she should be starting to show some personality, not crying for a mother when I leave for another stint on Gorgon. This may be the fault of Marie, her governess, as Minnie certainly didn't learn the behaviour from me. Ivy despairs of ever finding a governess who meets the preposterous standards. Why shouldn't I want the best for my daughter? My wit's end with Minnie. At 13, she's already should have already mastered basic chemistry, physics, and mathematics. She can barely handle long division. I know how she feels. She struggles to remember the simplest equation. Yeah, definitely know how she feels. No matter how many times I'm going to wrap her knuckles, by the time I was her age, I'd already made dynamite in my grandfather's laboratory. Her father asked why we don't just send her to boarding school. More alarming still, she's begun to show an interest in romance serials and painting. She may have a strong grasp of colour theory, but she shows some promise with watercolours, but surely that's the result of her education. She gave me a truly dreadful painting of Francis this morning, having a clue what to do with it. Wow. What a bitch. Although that being said, you know, if the art's crap, well, you shouldn't put it on your fridge. He's going to be at the manor this morning. I thought him here for me to finally wring my neck after the latest tiff. But no, it was worse than that. He'd come to speak to Minnie. She'd taken it upon herself to manage the household these last few years. And if I would have time. We saved tens of thousands of bits. I expect now he wants to bring her on to help manage the Gorgon facilities, which I refused over Minnie. Okay. So Minnie was trying to make something of herself, and her mother stopped it. I see. We'll be stealing your stuff now, thank you. Master bedroom key. Can't get in there, but we can. This one wasn't the master bedroom, right? No. Jesus. Do you mind?
I hope this letter finds you well. No, it's too stilted. It sounds like I'm writing to request a loan. Dearest Wilhelmina, I regret to tell you... Oh, no, that's worse. When have I ever called her dearest? She's my daughter. This should be easy. How can a mother not know how to talk to her own daughter? My love, I can no longer... For your safety, I must... Oh, hell. Even if she despises me for what I had to do, I should still be able to say goodbye. Minnie, I have to leave, and I don't intend to come back. I love you. I'm so sorry.
How do you do?
Tell me about the note you left in their bedroom.
Someone's been snooping around. Not that I mind. It reminds me why I hired you in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
For your keen eyes.
That's why we're here.
Scandalous disregard for privacy. When I left home, I wanted Mother and Father to know the conditions of my return. I would stroll through the entrance with my head held high, or not at all. I left this place with every intention of returning once the time was right.
Okay. Did you enjoy Byzantium?
When I arrived, I was the toast of the town. All fought for the honor of lighting my cigarettes. The attention was sublime. I opened a small firm to help young, impressionable heirs manage their family wealth. Business was good. For a while.
Come to your business.
Gorgon happened. With Mother's downfall, so too fell my influence in society. I sold the business at a loss. Then I hatched a plan to restore the family name. That plan, as you're now well aware, is still in motion.
Okay, so the house was empty when you returned.
Yes. That wasn't part of the plan. Fall of Gorgon accelerated my schedule. I thought I would find success in Byzantium. Instead, I must look for redemption back where I began. Here, in these vacant halls.
That's all I wanted to know,
You
thanks.
reminded me of better times. I should be thanking you.
I have questions about your
The
family.
Ambrose family comes from old Earth money. We were pioneers, inventors, and chimerists. Always at the top of our field, never lagging behind.
Until you came along.
If there's anything else you'd like to know, speak on.
Your mother left an unfinished goodbye recording in the master
Goodbye
bedroom.
recording? I don't understand.
You know better than anyone. Why should she leave this message?
Mother was logical. She wouldn't have recorded anything for sentimental value alone. No, there's more to this. Mother left that phonograph because she knew something awful might happen to her. She knew Spacer's Choice wanted her silence.
Maybe. Her death was no coincidence. It was murder.
How naive I was to assume otherwise. I thought the corporation could sink no lower, yet here we are. We have to find that journal, Captain. And when we do, Spacer's Choice will rue the
We're going to
day
bring
that
down
crossed my
Spacer's
family.
Choice from the inside. Maybe. I read your mother's terminal. Her logs were interesting.
Ah, yes. I've scanned her old logs. But I'm afraid they haven't given up anything I didn't already know or suspect. If you have any questions, you can trust me to answer them. I gain nothing by leaving you in the dark.
Who's Lucian?
Lucian was Mother's point of contact at Spacer's Choice. I'd call him high-ranking, but I don't think his job had a rank in the traditional sense.
Okay.
He once tried to recruit me to work on Gorgon, but of course Mother wouldn't hear of it. I never forgave her for that.
Why didn't Spacer's Choice overrule her?
And this losing one of the colony's greatest minds to Auntie Cleo? I think not. No. In their estimate, I'm certain Mother was worth 10 of me. They did the math, and I came up short.
Oh dear. What did they want you to do on Gorgon?
A little bit of everything, I suppose. Manage personnel, keep an eye on budgets, see that goals and expectations were well defined. Chemistry may be my passion, but Spacer's Choice recognized my knack for administration. I would have taken the job and perhaps even enjoyed it.
Okay, back to the topic at
Did anything
hand.
else in Mother's terminal glue your eyes to the screen?
You never mentioned anything about your enjoying painting.
Of all the intrigue and mysteries surrounding my household,
Yeah, I want to
that
see
is
the
what interests
paintings.
you. I do enjoy painting. I haven't indulged in some time, but it's a pleasant enough diversion.
What would you call your style? What's your favourite painting?
I've always been partial to Truth Emerging from the Well to Shame Mankind by Jerome. That painting speaks to me. It shows how nothing stays hidden for long.
Thanks for sharing.
Your curiosity is charming, but do remember to focus on the job at hand.
You stop drinking during the day. Don't know if
do
it's
that.
daytime, to be fair.
And thanks for your attention to detail.
You come from a talented heritage.
If
What interests
Mother
you?
and I shared anything, it was our love of chemistry. Chemistry is a desire to understand matter, the very foundation of our existence. What Ambrose could ignore such a tempting lure?
Okay, that's all for now.
Yes?
I think we're done. About the job.
Ask anything you like, Captain. It's nice to have a competent partner for a change.
Is there anything you aren't
I've
telling
told
me?
you everything I know.
I mean, to be
trust you
fair,
investigate Gorgon and draw your own conclusions.
If I hadn't told
If
you
think
everything I
of
know, that's how I'd
anything
answer that
specific,
question,
All
right?
you have to do is ask.
Okay.
Of course, my dear Captain. I look forward to it.
I'll be seeing
Be sure and
you.
close the door on your way out. I feel a draft.
Oh, yeah, we left everything open. Sorry about that. Okay, let's get going. We're off ski. You could get this janitor to clean more than, well, whatever he's doing. Okay, let's get going. Come on, ladies, out you come. Okay, off we go. Well, gotta try and figure out what happened to Mother Dearest. Oh, drinks butler. Okay. Back on the ship we go. I think we'll take Felix because he was far more excited than Parvati, right? Or Ellie, maybe.
We are now in orbit above Gorgon.
This place, nice.
Remember that you are not insured.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Let's take Felix and Parvati. They both seem to like these sorts of things. Okay.
Proper serial adventure without a narrator. How about this? Our intrepid heroes stepped foot on Gorgon, and in the distance, a drinking establishment beckoned.
I mean, that was beautiful, mate. Absolutely beautiful. Should think about doing it as a career and, well, get off my ship.
Experiencing evacuation anxiety? Spacer's Choice recommends Zero G Brew. A name that's good for what ails you.
Okay, I guess we go down the stairs then. The ramp then.
Spacer's Choice cannot officially acknowledge your work.
This place has seen better days. Well, you'd assume it's seen better days. I mean, this could be the best it's ever been, right? We don't know.
Keep an eye out, Captain. This place don't look entirely safe.
You think? I mean, we could go in there. I get the feeling this is like a security little thing. It will tell us a bit about what happened. Okay, we're going in the tavern over here, right? I say tavern, you know what I mean. There's a general store over here.
Supplies if you need them. No one lasts long on Gorgon unprepared. You looking for supplies, stranger? Let's stock up here. If you run low on bullets out in Gorgon's far reaches, there ain't no one round here liable to help you out.
Nah, mate, I just use my old trusty hammer.
Something particular.
So this is Gorgon.
You mean you came out to this asteroid without knowing nothing about it? Me too. Heard it was wild here and couldn't resist. Trouble is, if you wander off to somewhere you oughtn't be, like way out in Gorgon's farthest reaches, odds are slimmer of your bits finding their way to my pockets. If you want my advice, stick close to the Sprat Shack, unless you fancy having your limbs torn off and eaten.
Thanks, I can handle myself.
All right, you know you better than I do. Just be sure you watch out for the Marauders. That's the #1 thing. Oh, and the Mance. You watch out for Marauders, Mance, and Charles from accounting, and you'll probably be fine.
What have you got for sale?
Found a pickaxe in the mine like none I've ever seen before. Could be awful useful if you're the violent type.
What does this do? I mean, it doesn't look like it does that much. What I don't understand is why this one does 57 damage per second and our stuff does like 100 odd. Some of it does more, right? How much is it? 4,000 credits. You're on a giggle, mate. We should sell all of our junk. We must have a load of that, right? We should buy these. Let's just have a quick look. You've got that. We'll keep an eye. We'll keep an ear to the ground. This is the thing, right? This does 569 DPS, damage 266, and this does damage 40. So why is it? But is this important? Who knows? Let's repair everything. Okay. Oh, hold on. We were still talking
stranger.
to you. Hello. Why are you the only one here?
Only the meanest marauder on Gorgon, and also anywhere else. That man is crazier than a bag of canids and twice as likely to bite.
Okay.
He will bust your head open like an overripe mock apple if he so much as sees you.
Okay, we get the...
I ain't joking. He'll snap you in half like stale bread noodles.
We get the idea, okay. Thanks for the warning.
No, you don't get it. Charles from accounting is like... Imagine if you took 3 of the most howling mad marauders you could find and mashed them together.
Mm-hmm.
That's Charles.
Okay, we hear you. He's got the strength of 3 men?
That and a rocket launcher.
Wowza, Charles is pretty strong. About Charles from accounting. Where did you say he was again?
The marauder camp way out to the east. That's what I heard, at least.
We'll pay him a visit.
And I sure hope you're asking so you can keep a safe distance away.
Nope. No, I take it the alarm isn't urgent.
Huh? Oh, you don't gotta worry about that. It's got something to do with that scrapped Spacer's Choice project from way back. Damn alarm's been hollering at us for 5 years if it's been a day. You know, I don't dream anymore. It's all, please evacuate in an orderly fashion.
Should I turn it off?
I won't stop you if you want to have a go at it. But so you know, it's gonna take more than giving that control terminal a good old-fashioned pummeling. I know, because even Von Hoffman couldn't bash it in. And I seen that tough son of a gun throw a man clean across the Sprat Shack one time like he were a toss ball.
Okay. You can tell me about Project Gorgon.
Only that Spacer's Choice shut it down in a big hurry. From what I heard, some of their folks got left behind even. Don't seem like the project ended well.
Intriguing. Thank you. Okay, we're going up, right? Processing. Currently owes 9,508 bits. I could pay the bill. How about no? Shipment history, outgoing shipments. Spacer's Choice property. Port of discharge, Edgewater. 2,000 cartons containing redacted and free discharge staff. 100 cartons containing prototype redacted, 2 tons of raw ore. Redacted 15 reassigned stars. Manifest exceeds the maximum weight of this vessel. Sterile injection ampules. High pressure cylinders containing oxygen. 25 volunteers. Yeah, I bet they were. Profit margin. 3 fire teams each. 5,000 rounds. 2,000 heavy ammunition. 1 flat containing 10 Moonman standees. Did I miss anything else here? Messages. Mr. Tran, as you are aware, the concept of relativity, Space training does not include business philosophy in its curriculum. Your work isn't good enough, basically. Mostly been poking the, I guess, these ship rate numbers again. And lend me and Lewis a hand. One of the deliveries gone MIA. Your cousin still works for Cascadia, right? Do you think you could hoof it over there and still obey? Poke around at the port. Okay. Okay, well, here we go, everybody. In we go. I mean, I was expecting more of an atmosphere. Not gonna lie.
Come here. Let's have a chat.
Okay, Von Hoffman.
All right, inspection time. Look at my eyes for as long as you can without blinking. Starting now.
I can't look at your eyes and read the question. What's this all about?
Did I stutter? Just do as I say.
Okay.
Good. Look up. Now look down. You're doing swell. Now, name and occupation.
What the heck's going on?
Good enough for me. You're cleared to pass.
Thanks, man.
That was a sanity check. If you had changed like the others, it'd be in your eyes. You'd also be drooling, cursing, and making a mess of the place.
What the heck?
Welcome to the Sprat Shack. You can head on downstairs.
Sorry, what do you mean people have changed?
Every day, salvagers and scrappers set out to comb the ruins and make their fortune. The ones who come back, they aren't always the same men or women who left. They change. Never for the better.
Okay. What happens when people change?
First, they get real twitchy and paranoid, shouting at folks who aren't there. Then they smell like they soiled themselves, on account of how they soiled themselves.
Yeah, that would do it. Okay.
After that, they're gone. Nothing but animals wearing human skin. Seen it happen myself. It's never pretty.
Where am I exactly?
This is the Sprat Shack, the most remote watering hole in the system. Rule number 1, no fighting. Rule number 2, wipe your feet on the way downstairs.
Okay.
We're the only hospitable place on this rock. I want to keep it that way. That's why we have rule number 3. When people change, they stay outside, where they belong.
Let me ask you something else.
Don't ask me to dance.
Would you like to dance? What do you do around here?
Bouncer, bodyguard, law enforcer. I make sure the Sprat Shack gets only the highest caliber of clientele.
That's us.
Highest caliber of what? Is he talking about guns?
Oh, for God's sake.
We get a lot of brand-loyal corporate types, and a lot of cutthroat freelancer types. Both sides have their share of dirty scoundrels. And I hate dirt.
Okay, we hear you. What kinds of people come to the Sprat Shack?
This is a sublight bar, so most of our regulars come to plunder the old labs. The facility's locked up behind miles of red tape, so progress is slow. A lot of time to drink and reevaluate, then venture out and try again.
What do you know about Gorgon?
Something bad happened here. Spacer's Choice was developing chemicals. The kind with nasty side effects.
Can this colony have one research facility developing something without horrible face-melting
I mean, that's a real
effects?
good question, that.
Is that so much to ask?
It's a really good question.
Marauders outnumber the rest of us 10-1. Either they came from Gorgon, or something draws them here. I don't know which is worse. This place is under a dark cloud, stranger. That's all I know. If you want the history of the Sprat Shack, talk to Lex behind the bar.
What can you tell us about Charlie
Watch
from
yourself out
Accounts?
there.
Or whatever his name was. Okay, I think we're good to go. Let's get going. You lot ready?
Now this looks like a real dive. Hey, I wonder if they got those floorboards that creak when a stranger walks in.
Oh, ugh. This place smells like Felix's birth.
Oh, there's Freddy.
Humbug, Trixie, and worse, a thief.
I can't steal what's lawfully mine, you tangle-footed dimwit.
Break it up, you two. I've heard more than enough of your shit for one day.
Hi.
That was my salvage, Trixie. You had no right to it then, and you've no right to it now.
All right, you two. What's going on here?
A disagreement between professionals. None of your business.
What if I make it my
I
business?
risked my life sneaking around Marauders to claim that wreck. And I didn't see your name on it.
Now you've done it. Eat fist.
Oh, God. Fight, fight,
All right,
fight.
that's enough. This is a family establishment. You want to make a mess? You make it outside.
But this was personal, Lex. It's a question of salvage. That wreck was gonna make me a fortune.
Technically, that's business, not personal.
Hey, didn't I warn you about sticking your nose where it doesn't belong?
Yeah, let's go outside.
It's the same fight every day. 5 years we've been at this, and we still can't agree on how to properly tag salvage. Now you two listen, this is my place. While you're in the Sprat Shack, you'll sit quietly, or I'll forbid you to come here at all. Is that understood?
Fair's fair. I'll have a stout, and we'll settle this later on our own terms.
Yeah, get out.
It's no good to leave a fight unresolved. If I don't do something, these two are gonna be at each other's throats.
What do you propose?
Would you do me a favor and weigh in as a third party?
Oh, for God's
I
sake.
can use an unbiased set of eyes on the problem. And an outsider like you fits the bill.
Fine, I'll give it a whirl.
Freddy, Trixie, go on and make your case to the generous stranger.
I'll start.
Yeah, but you've been
seeing
a
as I'm
dick.
the one who's been most wronged in this
But you've also
equation.
been the biggest dick. Say your names for the tavern.
Oh, very formal. Freddy the Scab, freelancer for sublight salvage and shipping, same as my father before me.
Okay.
Junkyard Trixie.
Okay.
Also a salvage freelancer. Though, I've been at it longer than Freddy.
Okay.
So, just up the road and due east of here, there's a shipwreck lodged in the mountainside, right?
Oh, yeah.
I staked my claim on that wreck. Then I wandered in for a drink. An hour later, Trixie swaggers in bragging about her salvage. Ugh, the nerve of some people.
Staked my claim.
I climbed on top of it and called out in my loudest voice, "Finders keepers!"
Okay. Is that legal?
I don't know about legal, but it's legit by sublight standards. Assuming anyone was around to hear it, which we can't know for sure.
Okay.
Someone must have heard me. They just ain't brave enough to step forward and admit it.
Okay.
When I found the shipwreck, there were no salvage mark. See, the whole area was teeming with bloodthirsty marauders. So I snuck around and added my tag, clear as day, so no drunken idiots could claim the salvage out from under me, Freddy.
For the record, when I heard the marauders coming, I left. Trixie must have set her mark down after me.
Drum your fingers thoughtfully.
Quit leading the prosecution, Hullhead. Anyway, that's my story, sir.
Okay, it's a nice one. What mark did you leave on salvage?
I drew next in the dirt, with my toe.
Couldn't the marauders have walked over it by now, or the wind blown it away?
Wouldn't surprise me in the least, but that doesn't mean it ain't mine.
In all my years, I've never heard a more contentious argument. I don't envy your shoulders for bearing the weight of responsibility.
It's easy, just have half each.
You've heard it from them both. So, who gets the salvage?
I think I'll have it. These idiots don't know how to salvage. I leave him
That
in no
ain't
one's favour.
no kind of fair.
He ain't even from around here, Lex.
Here's a 6-pack on the house, plus your fee. Maybe now we'll finally get some peace around here for a change.
Glad to have been of
Come and
service.
chat if you're ever feeling thirsty.
I am, Lex.
Oh, boss. I was hoping for a scuffle. I had a bottle ready and everything.
I think we'll probably get one of those in a bit. I suspect we'll get into a scuffle at some point. Bar patron, bar patron. You, a raving drunk.
I may have been overserved. I don't even remember how I got here. Fell asleep one night and woke up in a lab. There's a king of space. Did you know that? Space king.
I didn't know that. Who else have we got? We got another bar patron over here. Or you.
Are
Got a
you my
smuggler.
agent on the ground?
Sorry?
I've been sent to meet a certain someone about a certain piece of merchandise. They're supposed to use a secret code phrase.
Can't help you. I'm just here to drink.
That's the code phrase. It is you.
Quiet down. You're making a scene.
For goodness sake. Right. Lex.
Sorry about Freddy and Trixie. When they're not fighting over salvage, they're fighting over the bed sheets at night.
Those two are a couple?
They like to blow off steam during work hours, but as soon as they clock out, they turn into a pair of kittens.
What
Welcome
the heck?
to the Sprat Shack. First one's on the house, and I won't even water it down. What'll it be?
Whiskey, I'm feeling. Oh, Spectrum vodka.
Bottoms up.
Oh yeah, we
I
wanted
assume
some of
you're
that,
here
right?
for salvage.
Actually, I came for a journal.
Can't help you there. This ain't exactly a library. Most of my regulars are sublight scavengers. They pick over the ruins of Gorgon, spend their earnings at the bar, and head back out the next day. Vicious cycle, but that's life. You're the first new face I've seen in a while.
I'm not surprised. Have you seen this place? Lucky Montoya.
Lucky? Sure, I knew him. He could get a little dramatic at times, but he was a good guy. Heard he took on a dangerous job. Spent a lot of time coming and going from the Office of Creative Incubation, just down the road.
Go on.
The way he talked about the job, you just knew Lucky had hit pay dirt. Not that I was jealous. Around here, that sort of luck can be hazardous to your health. Awful shame about what happened to him.
What did happen to him?
You really want to hear my story? Law, most everyone around here is sick to death of it by now.
I'd love to hear it.
Last I saw of Lucky was a few days ago. I went outside for a smoke and a stroll, and I saw this wild canid dragging a bloody limb. So I kicked the canid, scared it off.
Go on.
Get this, the canid was chewing on an honest-to-law human arm. Lucky's arm.
Huh?
Anyway, The arm was clutching a phonograph that mentioned someone named Alex Hawthorne. I did some poking around, and this Hawthorne has a reputation among the salvagers who frequent the bar. So I packaged up the arm nice and tidy and sent it care of the Halcyon Parcel Service. They even gave me a discount on the hazardous waste removal stamp.
Nice. Why bother sending the arm at all?
I figured Hawthorne would want to know what happened to his pal. Help Lucky get his affairs in order, you know.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh, I hate to see people go with unfinished business.
That is sweet. The arm made it to me. I'm Hawthorne's next of kin, sort
No
of.
kidding. And now you're here? Colony feels smaller than you'd think some days. I'm glad I was here to see this confluence of events, you know? The stars really aligned on this one. And here I am, smack dab in the middle.
Where was Lucky
Third
staying?
floor. Once I figured he wasn't coming back to pay his tab, I left his room unlocked to air it out. You can help yourself to anything you left behind.
You're a
Fair
legend,
warning,
Lex.
I've been letting the regulars use it for a quick lie down. Just wash your hands when you're done. Trust me.
What do you know about Gorgon?
Spacer's Choice used to brew pharmaceuticals in these parts. That's why the asteroid smells like an old gym sock.
Mm-hmm.
They say Adrenatime came from here, just down the road at the old R&D lab. Very hush-hush back in the day.
Okay. Would any of your owners have any more information?
Roscoe might tell you more. He spent some time around here before the bar opened up. And I trust him well enough.
Okay, Lex.
There's always Leonora, my favorite customer over in the storage room on the second floor. Keeps to herself and always closes out her tab.
Nice. What's Roscoe's
He's
story?
been here since opening day. I think he told me he was some kind of journalist.
Interesting.
He got left behind when Spacer's Choice pulled out. And I guess no one's coming to get him.
Leonora.
Nice lady. Been coming around a lot these past few months. She isn't with Sublight, but seems to know the lay of the land better than anyone. She spends most of her days drinking alone. I think she's looking to hire someone. If you're open to a side gig.
Always open to a side gig. Do you know if she spoke with Lucky at
Now
all?
that you mention it, I thought I saw those two sharing stories over a pint. Didn't think twice about it. I don't speak ill of the dead, but Leonora deserves better company. That Lucky was no good for her.
Thanks for
What
the
are
tip.
friends for, eh?
Oh, we're friends. Any idea why they shut down
I doubt
on
anyone
Gorgon?
knows the full story. One day the evacuation order went out. Grunts and lab coats scrambled to get anywhere but Gorgon. And the weirdest thing of all, Adrenatime still hit the market. Me, I never touched the stuff. To each their own, but I think it's dangerous.
Salvagers must be
Damn
making a
right
fortune.
we are. We've got drugs, scrap metal, prototype weapons, drugs, money, and more drugs.
What more could you
When
need?
Spacer's Choice evacuated, everyone dropped their gear and ran. Most of it stayed where it fell, and all of it is up for grabs.
Nice.
Of course, the real treasure is whatever's locked up in the old facility. Until someone figures a way to crack it open. We're just sifting through dirt.
No
You got
further
it.
questions, Your Honor.
Come back when you're thirsty.
I will. Thanks very much. Very much appreciate your time. We should really test these. We should check these
Well,
out
Riker never
for...
had bars this nice. They got balconies and everything.
Think the folks here like
Rome would love this place.
Hello.
You don't look like one of the salvagers, no? Don't really seem like the type. You've got the look of someone who's traveled far to get here and whose journey is far from over.
Thanks.
Confidence. The scavengers around here, they're faking it. You're the real deal. I don't know if you're bound for the old ruins, but in case you are, can you look into something? I'd do it myself, but of course, the Marauders would eat me alive.
Depends what you need.
Looking for something out there. Been paying Sublight to help me, but They haven't made much progress.
Okay. This something must be valuable.
It is to me, but apparently it's junk to Sublight.
Okay, what is it?
My husband and I worked on Gorgon during the good times. Jerome was on maintenance duty. I cleaned out test tubes till they sparkled.
Right. Where's Jerome now? Oh.
Nowhere good, that's for sure.
Oh.
In his final hours, Gorgon was a war zone. Violence broke out in the labs. The hills were full of marauders. You couldn't take a leisurely stroll without an armed escort. When the order came through to evacuate, non-essential personnel drew a lottery to see who would board the first wave of ships. Jerome won. I lost. As soon as I wasn't looking, Jerome switched our tickets and pushed me to the front of the line. I got to leave. Jerome stayed behind. I never saw him again.
So what brings you back?
A broken heart, that's what.
Oh, man.
This place is greedy. Took my Jerome, and it would have taken me too. I just want one thing back. His old hip flask. I gave it to him the day we signed our marriage contract, and he carried it wherever he went. I know it's still here.
Okay. I can keep an eye out
really
for
do
it.
that for me?
Yeah, why not?
Law.
If you do something
and I'll
for
bet
me.
you're worth 10 of those Sublight sprats. I don't have much, but if you help me, there's a little set aside for the occasion. Jerome used to drink with his buddies in a small kitchen opposite the maintenance shed. Might be a good place to check first.
I wanted to ask you something. Did you know Lucky?
That old flirt? Yeah, I let him buy me a drink or two. He talked my ear off about exciting jobs he'd done. All lies, I'm sure. He fell asleep with his head on my shoulder. That man had baggage like you wouldn't believe. I didn't think anyone could be lonelier than me.
Did he mention anything about the research facility?
Bragged about having the key to some sort of maintenance area in one of the old buildings. I never saw it, so I just assumed he was talking himself up. He also asked if I wanted to see something gross and slimy he kept in his room, but I declined, politely.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Was he depressed?
He put on quite a front, but I think he was weary. Like he'd seen too much and had too little to show for it. Guess we were kindred spirits in a way.
Fair enough. That's all.
Sure thing.
Thanks for your time.
My condolences if you two were close.
Who are these two chumps?
I heard a rumor the board is gonna shut this place down.
That'll never happen. This is a Sublight bar.
So what?
They'd be pissing off a legitimate business with connections in every corner of the colony, that's what.
In that case, how about another round?
Okay, what else have we got in here?
Huh, who's this now?
Hi, Roscoe.
Holy shit, a fresh face. Haven't seen your like in years. Don't know what brought you to the most dangerous corner of this solar system, pal, but you're welcome here. Oh, you talked to Lex yet? She tell you to keep it civil? You wouldn't guess to talk to her, but that lady's got a mean left hook.
She mentioned you were some kind of journalist.
Some kind. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Got into reporting thinking I was gonna be some sort of public intellectual. What a joke. Spent 95% of my time playing stenographer to the board, and the rest writing puff pieces on the chairman's latest beard trim. Real life and death shit.
How'd you end up in this backwater?
When the project fell apart, Spacer's Choice refused to extract me. They left me here to rot. Listen, I hate asking for handouts, but my back's against the wall here. If you're going back out there, do you think you'd be willing to do an old bastard a small favor?
Depends what it is. Nice.
The other 20% is ordering me around.
Well, I've been trying to get away from this rock for 5 lobby-fucked years, but I can't stay gone. I was doing an interview series for Spacer's Choice. Recorded them all on these little portable phonographs. But when everything fell to shit, Spacer's Choice wouldn't let me leave. Terms of my reporting contract unmet, they said.
Okay, what's that got to do with me?
I stashed my interviews around Gorgon when everything went haywire. And now there's about 5 million marauders between me and them. Look at me. I'm no fighter.
Okay.
I've never even touched a gun. But you're just the right amount of rough around the edges.
That's me.
Help me get my recordings back so I can finally get the hell out of here. No shit? That's downright civilized of you.
But
all right.
I have some questions.
One of them I stashed in the Office of Creative Incubation, in the projector room on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
I gave another to my friend Birdie to keep in her apartment, just outside OCI's upper entrance.
I got it. Next.
You'll find another in the chem lab. It's in the main lab storage room.
Easy enough. The others?
The final one is in human inquiry and auditing.
Oh, that's going to be the hardest one.
It's tucked behind a pipe in observation room B.
Got it.
Strength to your sword arm, friend. And thank you.
I have more questions.
Hey, there you are. Been wondering how you were doing.
Literally haven't left yet.
Did you manage to find those recordings?
Nope. Haven't moved.
Sure, I'm an open book.
What was the deal with Lucky?
Nice enough guy. Fashioned himself one of those professional gumshoes, like in the serials. They usually work for the board, rooting out dissidents and the like. Lucky, though, he was freelance. Worked for anyone who paid, no matter their allegiance. You ask me, I think the guy just likes snooping around in folks' terminal messages.
Yeah, I know how he feels. Did Lucky tell you anything about his investigation?
He preferred to keep a tight lid on things, more dramatic that way.
Hmm.
Not that he needed to keep secrets. Folks down here don't give two shits about anything but bits and beer.
They tend to blab.
So sometimes Lucky'd get deep in his cups and start going on about the ghost of Gorgon. But I didn't think anything of it. Guy also liked to say he could pop the cyst off a cysty pig at 100 paces with his eyes closed.
Why did you bother stashing the recordings?
Someone had been trying to steal them since the day my assistant and I started interviewing. Couldn't even keep them in my safe. They always found a way in. So I took to hiding them all over the fucking asteroid. Thought I was so clever. What a fool I was.
Do you think it was your assistant? You must have talked to a lot of staff. What were they working on?
Adrenatime. I'm sure you know it. Was a drug, something to make folks work harder, work smarter. Had a lot of nasty side effects. Didn't seem so bad to me at the time, but then I hadn't met the test subjects yet. The whole thing was real hush-hush. A lot of worry about corporate spies, especially from Anti-Cleos. I probably shouldn't even be mentioning it to you, to be honest. Spacer's Choice, they're really not fond of spies.
What do you know about the senior researchers?
Not much, except that there was a whole gaggle of them, and so far as I could tell, they absolutely hated each other. Dr. Ambrose would hardly let me speak to any of them, but she complained about him all the time.
What did she complain about?
Everything, seemed like. Marion Blakesley, for example, lady who ran HIA, wouldn't return any of her messages. Not once, for years. Jasper Lowe, guy who headed up Chem, was high more than he was sober. He insisted on running special tests on primals, too. Law knows what for.
Anyone else?
Dr. Ambrose really had it out for this guy Lawrence Goodfellow. Ran OCI. Would lose his shit if he saw red on a schedule. By the end, I heard folks were turning in completely bunk progress reports just to keep him out of their hair. Had this little minion, too. An actuary named Clarence Mosley. Obsessed with quantifying every detail of his sad little life. Mosley was the guy who got me mixed up in all this. Asshole. I hope a primal ate him.
Wowza. So there was tension between the researchers.
Oh yeah, it wasn't just that Dr. Ambrose hated them. They seemed to hate each other too. OCI pushed a ludicrous schedule. Chem made a bad product, and HIA returned garbage results. A regular merry-go-round of shit flying in every direction. It's no surprise it all fell apart.
This fella just described the entire colony.
Mister, I'm not about to tell you how to do your job, but I ain't think that metaphor's fit to print.
Editor always did say my prose was a bit purple. Or brown, in this case.
Nice. Never mind. I think we're done here.
Not a problem. Anything else?
Let you know if I find the recordings.
I won't be going anywhere, so, take your time.
Yeah, we will. Couple of bar patrons. What we got over here?
What's the story with this place anyhow?
Used to be a shipping warehouse. Supplies came in, deadly chemicals went out.
Who told you that?
I worked here back in the day.
You're pulling my leg.
Nope, it's true.
Okay, good talk. Anything else? That we will wrap up in a second, I promise. We'll just have a quick look over here. Right, let's head up to his room. See what we can find up here. Bloody sprats everywhere. I suppose that makes sense.
There. Adrena time, I think. I found some in an old busted crate.
You're just gonna take some drug you found in the garbage?
It's not some drug. It's Adrena time.
I don't see a label.
If it wasn't safe, it wouldn't be in a syringe.
A valid
I
point.
can't argue with that.
See, we all agree. Level head. Something strange in mines. Check it out. Note, stay out of mines. Murder of a moon man in the canyon. Probably local legend. Nice. Yellow. Space's choice logo equals yellow. Coincidence. No such thing. Lots of bodies buried on Gorgon. But not many hatchets. Everyone had a grudge to bear and a finger to point. Oversaw Office of Creative Incubation, genuinely oblivious and all playing dumb. Olivia Ambrose, Project Director, Lead Scientist, Prickly, Perfectionist, note, do not ask Minnie about her. Killed in evacuation. Lucian Bancroft, Space's Choice Man, real top runger. Few logged visits to Gorgon, tensions with Ambrose. Mariam Blakesley, Supervisor in Human Inquiry and Auditing, Nerves of Steel, Heart of Ice. Disappeared when things fell apart. Jasper Lowe, Head of Chem Lab, exhibited increasingly erratic behaviour in the latter years of project. Herbert Saint-Germain, he's a ghost, worked out of one of the facilities, vanished suddenly, record scrubbed. Okay. Space's Choice may have left in a hurry, but they didn't forget to lock the doors on the way out. Most of the facilities are sealed up tighter than a top runger's safe. Time to do some digging. Day 6, caught a break today. Met a scavenger who claims to be a salesman for Space's Choice. Sold me a key to the Office of Creative Incubation. Let's just say the guy is about as lucid as a sprat in a Rizzo factory. But I'm spending Minnie's bits so I can afford to take a chance. Day 7, it worked. Clarence mostly, Clarence mostly, whoever you are, I'm drinking to you tonight. Olivia's Ambrose office and journal ought to be in the Synthesis and Manufacturing Centre. Bad news is it's sealed and at the arse end of the canyon. Good news is I should be able to open it with the Big Wigs admin terminal in OCI. OCI is crawling with marauders. I've got a few other leads to chase down. Could be nothing, but my guts tell me there's more to this place than a missing journal. I'm leaving the OCI key in the safe. Combination is 4815. Surely if other people have been sleeping here, they've been reading this and, you know, and helping themselves to it, right?
Hey, Marble! Oh, wait. Nope, that's a human eyeball.
You think they stick the preservative in before or after the eye comes out?
I don't know, buddy. I genuinely don't know. I guess we could break down some weapons, right? Why do one-handed weapons do so much more damage? I probably could change the weapons that our people have got, but I genuinely don't know if it matters. We'll keep the top hat just in case. suppose we could do some tinkering as well if we wanted to. For example, tinker with this to make it do more damage. Okay, nice. And I guess we should also look at modifying weapons. I don't know what weapons people have got on, so maybe we'll look at who's carrying what, and then we'll maybe add some mods to them if we can. Feels like a reasonable shout. Also, what armor we're wearing. I don't think it tells you what you've got equipped. Unless that's these. No, that's the damage type, right? I think. Anyway, we'll have a look at that. We might upgrade some weapons. This one is already upgraded. Yeah, perhaps we can look at putting some stuff on armor, for example. And upgrading those sorts of things. So we'll wrap up here, and we'll figure out what the heck we do next. I feel like we've at least got some stuff to begin. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe button, follow us on Twitter at ScottDogGaming. We'll see you again soon. Thank you.